What's going on? My name is Kelton Cullenberg. I am a running specialist physical therapist, founder of Steady State Health in Maine, where we see lots of runners. I've been a lifelong runner myself, run coach. We've seen collectively at our clinic over 1,000 runners and helped them with running overuse injuries. And one of our biggest frustrations is that there hasn't been a platform that we've been able to coach people and also deliver programs in an efficient way. So we default to using Google Sheets and Google Docs, and it's just not as optimized. So we've created this Find Your Steady State app, and it's specifically designed for us and for coaches. So just a quick overview here. There's this dashboard where I can respond to lots of people. We're building out the platform to be kind of a CRM for run coaches as well. This is a new feature. We have this central conversations area, which pulls in all messages throughout the entire app into one location, so it's not overwhelming and not confusing. You can make workouts and save them. You have access to our default, all of our exercises that we use with our clients, strength and mobility. And then digging into someone's account, we have recovery scores, we have training metrics that collectively, when combined, gives us an estimation on a level of injury risk. And then we have in the training calendar, you can build out workouts. We're trying to use AI to be able to make it so that you can program way quicker, both for a day, but also for a full week. Athletes can track recovery scores here, and you can see moving averages of their recovery scores so that you can really track trends. And in the training, we have specific views that we use to help analyze training, especially this acute on chronic workload, to help know if someone's doing too much too soon. I'm going to dig into these features a little bit more right now, but just wanted to give an overview. But the key thing that we feel for running injuries is they happen, 80% of running injuries are due to doing too much too soon, a training error. But that is both your training, but also how your recovery status is. So we don't feel like there's any good ways to track both of these things out there. So that's why we felt the necessity to create Find Your Steady State. So I'm super excited to show you everything that we're building here. So we're going to quickly look at each of these key features for coaches: streamlined communication, subjective recovery tracking, unique evidence-based training analytics, running and strength programming, and then one of my favorites, how we're using AI to help you be a better coach. So first, there are three main things that allow us to help make athlete-coach communication so much better. The first of these three things is the dashboard view, which is right here. And this allows you to see all of your athletes' complete activities all in one place. You can send them a message saying how awesome they did. So awesome. Right from within this one spot. Then there's this conversations view, which automatically pulls all of an athlete's comments from other workouts. It pulls it into one central area. This helps you see everything in one place and not have to deal with texts and emails while also communicating in the app itself. And finally, athletes automatically answer daily questions so that you always have a good sense of how they're feeling without having to ask them constantly. This leads us to the next key feature, which is this subjective recovery score tracking. Athletes are prompted daily to answer these recovery scores, which makes them rate on a scale of 1 to 5 how good they're feeling that day. These responses are easily visible to you as a coach, and you can apply moving averages to them so that you can really understand how they're trending and how their recovery is tracking. The last piece, which is really cool, is that an athlete can create a custom score on anything that they want to track. Most commonly, this is used to track pain from an injury, illness symptoms, or even menstrual symptoms. Next, we're looking at our unique evidence-based training metrics. Most runners and coaches look at their week's volume on a Monday through Sunday schedule. This often leads to missing data and not fully understanding where a runner's training is at. We use trailing snapshots to show what someone's weekly volume would look like if their week started or ended on any day of the week. We also have a metric to help make sure that you don't progress someone's running volume too quickly or too slowly. And that's the acute on chronic workload ratio, which tells you what someone has done recently compared to what their body is used to. And honestly, this is a metric that we use all the time to help prevent overuse injuries with our runners. And by combining these workload metrics with average recovery scores, we can quickly show you an estimated injury risk for each of your athletes. Because at the end of the day, staying injury-free is all about balancing your risk with the perceived reward that you're going to get from pushing your body just a little bit harder. Next, we're going to take a peek at our training calendar and our workout builders. We're putting tons of emphasis on figuring out the quickest way for you to program both your athletes' run workouts, but also their strength and mobility workouts as well. While we have a way that you can manually build run workouts, sometimes they can be a pretty big time suck. So we're using AI to take your written instructions and turn it into a workout. So for example, 20-minute warm-up, 3 by 5 minute hard, 1 minute easy, 20-minute cool down. You can see when we go in here, it's got this repeated 3 times already for 5 minutes, 1 minute rest, and the appropriate amount of cool down. I can save that, and it's super simple, and that can push to someone's watch. That's just building one workout at a time. We're also building in the ability to do a whole week's worth of training all at once. So you could just write, Monday do this, Wednesday do this, yada yada, and it will fill it out, all of them all at once. Something else that's really cool is that while you're building in here, you can see in real time, based on what you have prescribed, how the athlete's workload changes from day to day. Lastly, in the training calendar, our strength and mobility builder come preloaded with all the exercises that we do with our running clients at our physical therapy practice. Now to talk a little bit more about the AI features. Unlike some other platforms, our focus is not on replacing you, the coach, with AI training programs. We truly believe that AI will never replace great coaches, but we do know how helpful AI can be. So we're super focused on using AI to help you be a better coach and save you time analyzing and programming for your athletes. I'm going to show you just a few more of our AI features. The first one is the sentiment score. This sentiment score analyzes all of the athletes' messages, both on their workouts and directly to you as your coach. It analyzes all the messages to determine how positive or negative their attitude is, and then it tracks it on a day-to-day basis. This is just one way that you could quickly try to see if they are feeling fresh and ready to push a little bit more, or if they're feeling fatigued and a little bit negative and maybe should be pulling back a little bit. Then there's this daily summary. This provides you with a quick summary of all the data that is available from the athlete throughout the app. And if you're like me and you don't have a great memory, this saves you time from having to reread a bunch of notes and messages every time that you go in and program for an athlete. So we've now overviewed some of the features that make Find Your Steady State a unique training app for runners and coaches, including the streamlined communication, the recovery, and the training metrics that are unique, and also better information just to improve your coaching efficiency to give you some more time back. We have so many more ideas that we're working on right now, and we're so excited to continue to push these out and to make Steady State the best endurance and strength coaching app out there. We're super excited that you've shown interest, and we hope that you join us on this mission. We're super open to feedback as well, so please message us with any feedback.